today has actually been a very stressful day.
I actually ate all of it.
My previous project has finalized. I had a lot of fun in that meeting, so I'm really excited to make this video. The last video I did about being a software developer did really well, and I wanted to share more with you guys. So I am a full stack developer, and I just started at this company. I'm about a month in now, and I'm so happy to be talking about this. For anyone who doesn't know, full stack means that I'm working front end and back end, but I did specify when I joined this company that I wanted to focus mostly on back end work. So currently I am on a project that focuses mostly on integrating this third-party software. And for this project, we're working basically ground up. There's like a little bit of a skeleton in terms of how to go about it. The company is amazing. The people have been amazing, and the work-life balance is pretty good. This company does 4 days remote and 1 day in office. So overall, I have been finding that this is the perfect balance between not getting like drained and burnt out from having to commute so far, but also enough social interaction that it's feeding my social battery. I'm gonna take you guys through what a typical week looks like. Honestly, most days, especially when I'm at home, look very similar, but I will be going in this Thursday. I hope that this is helpful to somebody, or at least entertaining to someone. So today's Monday. Monday is the day where I have, I would say, the most meetings, and it's not a lot of meetings, it's just 2 meetings. One is a team meeting, and then the other one is an all hands. I guess in case you guys don't know, team meetings are more to update like on projects, release schedules, what everyone is like doing, and if there's any concerns for the team. I'm on the product team, so that includes all the software developers, the QAs, product managers, and actually I think that's it. Maybe DevOps, I'm not sure. And that's kind of, yeah, where we just go over our updates. If you don't have anything to say, you don't say anything, so I very often don't have much to say. And then the all hands is a whole company-wide meeting where we update all the teams on what each individual team is doing. So let's go to the meetings now. So very often, I would say, in terms of the actual work, on Mondays, I don't normally get to working until later in the afternoon. I like to take my lunch at around 1 o'clock. And normally it is to go to the gym, but I don't gym on Mondays and I don't gym on Thursdays. Today, I guess I'm taking my lunch to do more of this like filming. I also have therapy today at lunch. So let's go make my tea. Normally I make a matcha, and I feel like a lot of my content is centered around that because I really love matcha. I really think it has helped me focus and has helped my ADHD a lot. But I will say I'm still going to see my doctor, I think this Wednesday, to talk about medication. So I know someone had commented on like talking a little bit more about my ADHD. I was diagnosed a little while ago. Because I'm starting work now and I'm having trouble focusing from time to time, basically every day, all hours of the day. Anyways, I'm gonna be going to talk to my doctor about possible medications that I could try, because I've already tried a couple that didn't work very well for me, so we have to like keep exploring. So I'm gonna see if I can find anything that works to help me focus better at work. But in the meantime, unfortunately, also ran out of matcha today, so we're gonna just be making an Earl Grey. So I'm gonna be making a big mug of tea. We're moving into like the 3rd week of me not being able to focus, which kind of sucks. So this doctor's appointment actually couldn't come any sooner. I will be probably ramped up on the project after that. So basically how the company works is that we are all divided into different projects. Whether you're a project manager, QA, or a software developer, you get put onto different projects. My previous project has finalized in terms of dev work, so they're switching me now to another project that's a bit of a bigger one and ongoing. So there's already 2 devs on that project, and I'm being added in as the 3rd one. So in that process, I don't have as much context as the other 2 because they've already been working on it. So project manager actually ramped me up on Friday and gave me all the details of the project from a non-technical standpoint. And from a technical standpoint, I'm gonna be ramped up at around 2 o'clock today in terms of like what tickets there actually are for me to do. So that's happening at 2. In the meantime, I've just been doing other more miscellaneous work. So sometimes when I don't have much to do and I have like a few minutes, I like to take little breaks because it's good for you. And I know a lot of people say like active breaks are better, so I do try to like stand at my standing desk or like walk around the house a little bit. But right now I'm gonna read. I do like to read when I have time. It's one of my favorite pastimes when there's little lulls during work, or I just actually need a break to think through properly what I'm trying to tackle. Reading helps me a lot. If anyone cares, I'm reading King of Envy. It's a new release romance book, and I'm 35% into the book. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Okay, so I did my therapy. It is currently 2 o'clock now. Honestly, for the rest of the day, it is gonna look very much like they're gonna ramp me up on the project, and then I will probably just start working. So I'll show you guys that and maybe update you a little bit later on what I'm actually working on, because I don't know right now. My dad brought me lunch, so I have a BLT from Tim's. Probably gonna eat that during the ramp up meeting, or maybe afterwards, I'm not sure. While I was waiting for the meeting, I was finishing up some smaller bug fixes and looking at the ticket board to understand the scope of the new project. I also spent some time following up on questions that the QA and my project manager had for my previous project. Since I'm new, there is a lot to learn, and whenever I do have these little breaks, I like to explore the code structure a little bit and try to understand how this company likes to do things. So an update, is 3 o'clock now. Basically, I'm not getting ramped up today, but they had assigned me a couple of like smaller tickets on the project that I can start looking into and getting familiar with how everything works. I was also looking into a previous bug ticket, which I had shown you guys, I think prior to this. Might have voiced over it, I don't know. I make all the decisions of how I edit in editing. I was working on like a smaller bug ticket for the previous project that I was working on, and it turned out to be a non-issue. So I was able to close up that ticket and just clarify with QA what the expected behavior is supposed to be. When you finish a ticket, it goes to QA, and then QA is gonna do extensive testing on that ticket, making sure that the behavior end to end and all these small little edge cases are exactly how we expect it to be. In the event that it isn't, they send that ticket either back, or they create a new ticket in which you have to look into and basically fix it again and send it back to QA. And until it is perfect, they're gonna keep sending it back. Once it's good, then they move it into ready for release, I believe, or I don't know what we call it. I know some companies call it ready for release. We call it verified. So once it is verified, it'll basically move into whatever release it is prepped to be in. So that's basically it. That's kind of all I've done today so far. I'm gonna start working now on this new project, these smaller tickets, and yeah, just trying to understand what I need to do. Most days I work to around 5:30, sometimes 6, depending on if I'm close to finishing up something that I'm doing, because I don't like to leave things hanging. I feel like I'll be thinking about it for the rest of the evening or like until the next day, and I don't like that feeling. So if I'm close enough to finishing it and it can be done, or at least left off at a good part, I'll keep working until I'm done it. And I'm actually headed to the mall. I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping with a friend, and yeah, I like to do a little something after work usually. If it's not like reading or just like self-care stuff, it's just something relaxing, and today's thing is the mall. So gonna buy some clothes and return a couple of things. Before I head out, I actually wanted to get ready a little bit. Before I go out, I usually like to feel a little bit more put together. So I either do that by dressing up a little bit or doing my hair or putting on jewelry. I've been really into rings lately, and Alisa actually sent me 2 rings to add to my collection. My collection is very small. I currently only have 2 rings. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let's unbox it. So the 2 rings that I got are on the more simplistic side. I do like more simple jewelry, nothing that's like too big. So I got a very thin gold band, and the second one is a thin silver band that has a bunch of jewels on the outside, which is really, really cute. I plan to wear them stacked on my 4th finger like this, because my current rings go on my 2nd and my 3rd finger. So I think this is gonna be really, really cute. But I just want to share like a couple of things about the brand. So their jewelry is long lasting, hypoallergenic, water resistant, and sustainable, which is amazing. That means you can like wash your hands with your rings. You don't have to take them off, and they're not gonna leave like weird green or like colored marks on your hand. And I really like that they're hypoallergenic. I am actually very sensitive when it comes to things that touch my skin. They also offer 2-year warranty, so you are pretty much set with whatever jewelry you decide to pick. They have so much selection. So I just chose rings because I don't really wear other jewelry, but they offer so much variety in terms of rings, bracelets, necklaces. They even have anklets, I believe. There's just so many options within all of those types of jewelry, so there's something for everybody. But yes, again, thank you so much to Alisa. If you guys do want to check them out, the link is in the description, and I think their jewelry is super, super cute, and I'm gonna be wearing this for a very long time. But yes, let's head out now.
actually ate all of it.
Tuesday now, Tuesday, May 13th. I was ramped up technically on the project, pretty quick meeting. So what it actually entailed was just them showing me the code that they've already done for the project and kind of like where stuff goes and the general structure of everything. So everything was super clear. And then they kind of gave me a list of tickets that they think would be a good like starting point or like ramp up into understanding the project as a whole. So they're definitely smaller tickets. They're not as difficult, I would say. I've already done 2 of them, and I think there's like another 2 that are on the easier side that I will be handling. I made myself a tea to get through the day, and again another day with no matcha, but I'm gonna be going tonight to get some more, hang out with my friend again. I do like to do stuff after work. So it is almost 1 o'clock now. I'm gonna be heading to the gym at around 1:30. Gonna do a little bit more work now. So here I was basically just working on small UI changes for this project just to ramp me up so I can understand better what I need to do. Ultimately it wasn't too hard, and I think I finished it before I went to the gym. I did like a really quick workout, so usually I'm not out for more than like an hour and 15 because my lunch is about an hour. Basically the rest of the afternoon is going to be a little bit boring. I'm just going to be completing tickets, so I'll probably just check in with you guys at the end of the workday and let you guys know how many tickets I got done and where we're at. But let's grab lunch now. It's not really much food. I'm gonna look in the basement. I'm signing off for the day. It is around 5 o'clock-ish. The place that I'm heading to after work is closing early, so I'm gonna basically hop off early and continue to work a little bit tonight instead. So we ended up doing 2 small tickets today, basically finished a 3rd ticket that I haven't like committed the changes yet. How these changes actually get like updated to the code is like you commit it and then you push it. I haven't done that yet for this last ticket. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning, I think, when I've thought it over a little bit more clearly and also confirmed a couple of other things related to the ticket. And then I have 1 ticket to work on that got kind of bumped back from my previous project because QA was testing it and it wasn't working quite right. It's just like a minor UI little change that I have to do. I'm gonna do that a little bit later tonight as well. But in terms of a work day, I would say today was very productive. And in case anyone's curious, like stuff does get bumped back from QA once in a while kind of thing. Nothing's perfect the first time, and obviously I'm not testing it as extensively as QA will. That's like kind of part of the job. Like sometimes you have to put some other stuff to the side to like work on things you were working on previously and then continuing on with your current project. But I'm excited to be ramping up on this project. I think after a few of these smaller tickets, I should be able to try to take on something a bit more in depth, hopefully. But I'm gonna go pick up my friend now. My friend was looking for an office chair for her setup at home because she also works from home, and I was just keeping her company. And then yes, we also got some more matcha. So it is Wednesday, May 14th. And honestly, it's another work from home day. It's gonna look very similar to yesterday. I'm working on probably smaller tickets for the rest of today and potentially starting something bigger. So nothing too exciting in terms of work, so I'm really not gonna show you that, but I did get more matcha yesterday. So we'll show you guys that. And basically the bulk of today is going to be prepping for tomorrow, so packing up to go in tomorrow. And I like to do an everything shower the day before I go into work so I look super presentable. Like my hair is day 3 hair, so it's really greasy, that's why I have it tied up today. So I'm gonna be doing everything shower as well. Work is done now, so it's actually 7 o'clock. I did go to the doctor's to sort out my medication, and all of that went really well. It was actually a lot faster than I thought. So we're basically now prepping for tomorrow, so I'm gonna go and take my everything shower first. Alright, hair's done. Let's go pack. Good night. So I just finished work and I'm heading home now. I feel a little awkward filming in public because people can see me, but I'm sure no one's looking. I didn't end up filming too much when I was at work just because I felt a bit uncomfortable. There was a lot of people, the whole company was in, and also I wasn't sure like what to show. I can show a couple clips that I took on from my first day in office, just to show you guys a little bit what the office is like. It is 5:45, so I'm like peak rush hour, unfortunately, which is kind of why I'm just sitting in my car a little bit and I haven't moved yet just because, yeah, literally gonna be sitting in traffic for an hour. But I'll update you guys when I get home. Okay, super random spot, but I'm in my mom's bathroom. I actually used to do a lot of my filming in here because the lighting is so good. I got home around probably close to 7-ish, and I just relaxed. I talked to my mom. So I just want to give you guys like a little rundown of what I did at work today because I didn't really show much of it. I kind of just want to like talk to you guys about it. I got there, they do have free parking, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get a spot. I didn't go in early enough. I got there around 9:30. I ended up like finding parking by 9:45, got to the office at around 10 and I set up. So when I first got there, I kind of just chatted with everyone. It was really nice to actually be around people and socialize a little bit. I did get a little bit of work done. And then today is usually our very meeting heavy day. Thursdays are where we do our full project team meetings. So whatever projects you're on, you'll have like 15-minute meetings to catch everyone else up on the team as like what you were doing or like what's required, any questions you have, scope changes, that kind of stuff. So I'm part of 2 projects, so I had 2 of those meetings. And then I had my 45-day review. So how they do it here is it's a 3-month probation as to whether or not they're gonna like keep you on the team. I guess if they're not like happy with your performance, they can just let you go with no reason. But at the halfway mark, they do a review. So that was today, the 45-day review. Even though I've been at the company, I think a little bit longer than that. We're just doing the review a little bit late, and then they're gonna do the 3-month review at the 3-month mark. Bruh. So the review process was that I filled out a survey just saying like how happy I was or not happy I was at the company. I'm very happy at the company. So the questionnaire was like, a lot of like strongly agrees, then whatever like other feedback I had to give to the company. And then I sat down with my manager today and we chatted about my feedback from the team. It was things to highlight my strength, areas to work on, just generally like if they're happy like working with me, that kind of thing. So I had really, really positive feedback, which I was really happy about because I've been working super hard. I would say going in office is a lot to like socialize and kind of like talk about what we're working on and projects and like getting people to help you and like talk about scope and that kind of stuff. So at lunch we all went out to grab lunch and then came back and ate, and I just had a lot of fun just chatting. After lunch, I would say it was more of a lull. I was doing just like some desk work, and then we had another project meeting kind of to talk about changes in the scope of my previous project. So there were a couple things that changed that I need to work on tomorrow. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So that was a really constructive meeting. I had a lot of fun in that meeting because I got to like share the things that I do know and talk about things in a technical way, which made me feel like I was really contributing. So that's kind of like my catch up of in office. So we only go in office once a week, every Thursday. I'm sorry I didn't film for you guys. I'm really hoping in future videos I get more comfortable and I will film for you guys then. I can't promise that though, because it is a little bit awkward. Overall, I had a really great day. I love days where I get to socialize. The commute is quite a bit. It is over an hour driving, especially in rush hour. I think it's even longer, but I really think it's worth it. The office is so beautiful, and just socializing with people actually gives me so much energy. May 14th. Oh, I said that with so much confidence. It is Friday, May 16th. Actually, this lighting is so bad. Anyways, Friday, May 16th. Today has actually been a very stressful day. There's a lot to do. I'm working on my previous project. There's a lot of like smaller things to fix. So that's kind of what I'm going to be spending my day doing, I think, and probably taking a break from the other project that I got put onto, which is fine because I actually have a lot of devs on that one, and I think only me at the moment on this one. Haven't given an update thus far because it's been really busy. I'm taking a little bit of a break now, like a 5-minute break to do this. Probably nothing too exciting. There's no meetings today. I think I'm just gonna be spending most of the day working on this, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. So Friday kind of boring. I do wanna update also that I've started taking my ADHD meds again, and today's the second day that I'm on them. And I think it's helping a lot. I feel like I'm really focused and like getting a lot done, and I'm only on like the smallest dosage right now. We're ramping me up to like the full dose. All in all, feeling pretty good. I also made my matcha. I had like a headache and I figured it was like from caffeine withdrawal. I don't know. Alright, so it's actually the end of the workday. I signed off at 5:30, so a little bit earlier I think than I normally sign off, but I was trying to get as much done as I could. I don't like leaving things hanging over the weekend because I will think about it inevitably. I did end up figuring out what I need to do, and I did it for one part of this entire thing that I need to do. So I'm gonna get that code reviewed by somebody else and make sure that it's okay before I go and replicate it everywhere else. Obviously don't want to do it if something is off about it, but I think all that's gonna be a Monday problem. So Monday I'm looking at, yes, that code review, replicating those changes once things are okay, and then changing one other instance of this project, and then this one thing is done. But today I think like 2 or 3 other things got kicked back from QA, and another discussion was happening with the project manager and another QA to discuss basically like the behavior that we have right now and if that is expected. I know you guys have no context. A lot of this probably won't make a lot of sense, but basically they had a discussion, something came out of it, and then we're gonna have a more in-depth discussion, I think, with me and my manager on Monday to understand the problem fully before we go and implement something for it. So I think we're looking at like 4 kickbacks essentially that I'm gonna have to work on. So basically a major pause in terms of moving to this new project, which I think is okay for now. I kind of want to finalize this, tie things off really neatly, and it feels really good to have so much ownership of it. So I'm gonna go and enjoy my weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.